Hi everybody, this is Beth McCullough. I'm a Stampin' Up Demonstrator in Des Moines, Iowa, and I do live videos with my sweet husband Steve.
Hi everybody.
Every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central. We love it when you guys join us. Holly's on tonight, and Orly, and Patty. Patty, I see you got your bundle just in time. Do you know the dies for the Cheerful Daisies ran out? I'm so glad you got yours reordered. Yay. Hi, Janice. Thanks, everyone, for coming. Hello, Bev. Chilly, cold Iowa. We were just thinking it was lovely, Bev. I guess when you're from Florida part of the year, it seems chilly. Do you think it's chilly, Steve?
It's 91 degrees out there right now.
Maybe she's in the air conditioning.
No, well, it was like 45 degrees yesterday morning. It was like a record low.
It definitely was. Okay, we are going to make the fun Strippy card tonight. But before we get started, I have a few things for you. One is, I know a lot of you have voted for this card, and I super appreciate it. If you go to stampingmom.com and look a week ago, last Monday, so it's just 2 blog posts ago, there's a voting button. And I think tonight's the last night of the voting. So thank you for everyone who has voted. And if you haven't voted, I would appreciate it if you would. So tomorrow, before we get started on this one, tomorrow this card is going to be on my blog. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's a fishing vest. Now, Steve, do you want to tell them your complaints about my fishing vest?
Well, there's 2 things. Traditionally, fishing vests are tan, but blue's my favorite color, so I'm fine with it being 2 different blues. The one thing that I find a little bit disconcerting is that it has actual fish in one of the pockets.
It has dead fish in the pockets.
So the thing is, we all know that fish can be slimy and stinky, so it's not necessarily the thing you would put in the pocket of your fishing jacket, not even bait, right? But you know what? She needed to make sure people understood that it was fishing, so she put a fish in there. I'm good with that.
Yeah, and it's boho blue. I actually had to use in colors. So boho blue is my favorite in color, and then I also use Pebbled Path, and a lot of Pebbled Path for the ink, and Wild Wheat, because I had to get. Tomorrow is the Pals Blog Hop. And I had to use some in colors, but I wanted to make this fun fishing vest. And look, there's a fish on the hook inside. Do you guys like this? Tony says hello, and she shared it. I want to tell you, when you share or like it, give us a thumbs up, do all the things. It really helps, and thank you so much for doing that. Kathy's here, and Chris is here. Chris won last week. She's coming to stamp with me on Thursday, so you can pick something out, Chris. But yeah, this is a super fun card, and I like it with the lure paper envelope. So that will be on my blog tomorrow. Oh, I was going to tell you, the way I made the pockets is I used the Countryside Corners dies, and my vest is all textured with this time-worn type. I figure fishing dudes would have like bumpy weathered vests, right, Steve?
Yeah.
Okay.
They probably have a texture pattern to them.
Yeah. And then these lures are Calypso Coral. This lure, too, I used the hook from one of the dies and the lure from another because I wanted it to have the cute hook like the hook on the fish. So, what is everyone up to? Kathy finally had to put long pants on. I hope your knee is getting better, Kathy. I'm going to put this off to the side because this is tomorrow's card. Okay, so we're doing Scrappy. I have to warn you, we try to make our videos short, and this video will be a little longer because it takes a while. Takes a while to do this scrappy thing. So, one thing we need to do, on this one I did Happy Birthday. And I love this. These are new dies, and it's wanted to say, happy birthday, feel better soon, celebrate, and you're too kind. Hey, Steve, do you want to do me a favor?
Sure.
Oh, actually, I'll just do it this way. I usually score with my cutter, but I didn't score this, but I'll just score it this way.
The old-fashioned way?
The old-fashioned way.
Wow.
Okay, so this feels better soon. I cut it out in silver, and it goes on here like this. Isn't that just fancy and cool? So one thing you can do is you can cut the silver layer, you can put it on the adhesive sheet, and then put it on there. That would be the easiest thing. Then you could use your glue or your fine tip glue, and you could be really careful. And I'm going to show you the third way. I'm going to make a little puddle of glue. We'll see if this works out. And then I'm going to use a sponge and just get it so there's just a little bit everywhere. And then I'm going to sponge the back of the sentiment. That way it has, what do you think of this way, Steve? It has a little bit of glue instead of a lot. And I'm going to use these tweezers and pick it up and put it in place.
That is really intricate. If that works, then that's like brilliant.
I didn't practice it ahead of time. I was busy hanging out with the Joy team members. By the way, there is a joining special. I was chatting with someone earlier today who is going to join our team. I'm so excited. And if you are not currently a demonstrator, I would highly recommend you consider it. You pay $99 plus tax, free shipping, and you pick out $155 of anything you want. And our team is great because you get me, you get Joy team, so it's a small regional. We do have people in Florida and Wisconsin, Missouri, other states. It's not just in Iowa. And then we're part of a huge national team, and that involves prizes and more training. And so it's like the best of both worlds. So if you're a demo without an upline or you're not a demo, now is the time. Reach out.
Come
and talk to me
home.
about
Join
it.
Beth's team.
Come home. Yeah. Okay. So to do the Scrappy cards, here we go. Tonight I'm going to use Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide.
I got it, honey.
What's going on? Did Steve mess up, Tony?
I think it's on Tony's end.
Okay. Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, Blueberry Bushel, and Azure Afternoon. And I cut a layer. It's 4 inches by 5 1/4 of the Parakeet Party. And I'm going to bring this in here. And what we're going to do is use the strips. And I cut the strips at 1/4 inch. Now there's no magic to this. You can cut the strips however big you want to. I happen to have some 1/4 inch strips, and I thought it looked really cute. So, but you can make them wider. You can do whatever. Okay, so I am going to go across. My first one is going to go corner to corner, just because it doesn't need to. This is definitely a choose your own adventure type project.
And this is where you use just a tiny little bit of glue, right?
Tiny little bit of glue. We'll see how that works. Although, by the way, the sponging on this actually really worked. So,
well, you know, I always have been impressed when you've got really fine die cutting like that on 2 different pieces of paper. I think that looks really, really good.
So I'm going to take this and go corner to corner. This is the Blueberry Bushel. And then I'm going to put glue on another strip, and I'm literally just going to try to put the strips the same distance apart. For all you recovering perfectionists, it doesn't have to be perfect, because guess what? The person you give it to, like, are you looking at every strip and seeing exactly what I did? I just eyeballed it. So on this one, I'm going to try to go about the same distance apart. Like, just pick a distance. It doesn't have to be the same amount I did last time. But I'm just trying to put them on there straight. And I let them hang over on both ends. And if you look here, I went corner to corner and I started with Highland Heather 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 5 strips and then we're going to turn the corner. So I'm going to put my 5 strips on here. Steve McCullough, do you have any stories? We did go to Kansas City this weekend.
Yes, we went to see the Luke Combs concert. And I know some of you probably know who he is, others may not. 2 years ago, 2 years in a row, he was the Country Music Artist of the Year. And we really like him because he's a very good songwriter and a good musician. And,
but we really didn't know about country music that much until
yeah, so what
more
happened
recently.
is I like to be at home wherever I'm traveling and adopt the customs and culture of wherever I'm traveling. So now that we have a son in Texas, when we go to Texas, my rule is we only listen to country music. I haven't rented a truck yet at the airport, but that's coming up, Beth, because next time we fly and get a rental car, I think it's got to be a truck.
Okay, there were lots of songs about trucks at the Luke Combs concert Saturday night. I was afraid we were buying a truck. He's going like this.
I tell
Make your
stories, you make cards.
But I was afraid you were going to buy a truck.
Yeah, you were.
And a black lab.
Yeah, so there were lots of beautiful trucks. So, no, I'm just going to rent one when I get a chance. So, yeah, this concert was amazing. So there were like 60,000 people in Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, and really devoted fans who knew the words to the songs, and they were singing along with like every song. So there's like 60,000 people singing at the top of their lungs.
You knew the words to the songs too, honey.
I knew most of them. There are some of them where he is singing really fast and there's lots of words, and it's hard to keep up with them. So,
okay. I'm going to stop now that I have 5 across, and I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to go on this side.
And you're going to trim them up?
I'm going to trim them up. I should trim them right. I have a garbage that pulls out right here. I'm going to trim them right into the garbage. And then after I trim both sides, if you look at this one, I started here. Oops, where are you? There you are. I started here going in this direction halfway to the corner, and then I went back going in that direction for the rest of the way. Same thing over here. I stopped with this Highland Heather, started going this way, and then I started going that way. So it just has a cool effect. If you have any questions, leave them, and if I don't catch them, I will come back and answer them. But I will let you go ahead, Steve, as I...
So he had a warm-up act as well. But before I tell you about that, there's a particular song called Forever After All that we heard on our way to Texas to Sean's wedding, and it struck me that it was a perfect song for his wedding, and it actually was the song, The Very Last Dance at the rehearsal. That's what Amy and Sean danced to.
And it's my favorite song.
And it's Beth's favorite song, too. She likes it when I sing it to her. And, of course, he did that song.
Do you want to sing it to everyone?
I think that everyone will.
You should encourage him.
Appreciate me not doing that. So I did sing it to her at the concert, though, as everybody else was singing really loud, too, so nobody could hear me. But, so, yeah, that's how we got into Luke Combs. So then one of his warm-up acts was Lainey Wilson. And you may not know her as a country artist, but if you watch the show Yellowstone, she's the country singer on Yellowstone, and she's a country singer in real life, and she's really, really good. She was the Female Artist of the Year this year at the American Country Music Awards. So she put on an amazing show. So much energy.
It was.
And
She was quite the performer.
Very relatable to the crowd. I was amazed that she could be singing with a microphone in her hand and at the same time juggling things to sign autographs while she was going down the runway in front of the big stage. It was pretty amazing. Obviously, she's done it lots, right? It's not her first rodeo, so to speak. But yeah, so it was a great concert. We loved it. And the other thing about it was there was an 80% chance of rain at 8 o'clock when Luke Combs was supposed to start. But you know what happened? The entire concert, we kept checking the radar, and there was rain all around the stadium and then a big hole right over the stadium.
It was bizarre.
It stayed that way for the entire concert. So
yeah, it was a huge blessing. It would not. We even changed our clothes and took rain ponchos and umbrellas, and because there was like no chance that it wasn't going to rain.
But it didn't rain. So yeah, that was a great experience, and it was fun seeing Beth's sister Janet and her husband Mark. Got to hang out with them. It was their first country music concert or real experience with country music. But Mark works for an energy company based in Houston, and they always have concerts for the employees with country music artists, so he needed some acclimation so he could fit in with his co-workers.
Yeah, he liked it. They both liked it.
So Lisa Laska is saying that you're using pretty colors.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm so glad you're on tonight. So tell us what's going on in your world.
Well, Kathy is excited about the Denver Nuggets winning the NBA championship last night.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And being from Colorado, Kathy owns 2 trucks.
2 trucks? Oh, Kathy. Steve is so... Do you have a black lab, too? Steve is very jealous. He has owned... To be fair, you have owned 2 trucks.
I have owned 2 trucks at different times.
Do you want to tell them about
as
the trucks
kids
you
were growing
owned?
up, I didn't want to buy them expensive vehicles because I knew they would probably wreck them. So I got into having them drive old
Ford
Rangers, which I would find in different places, and sometimes they would burn a little bit of oil, and the interiors would be trashed.
You know what the best part was that we didn't realize? I'm gluing, I'm not talking. The best part about that was after we moved them in freshman year to college, we never had to move them again because they had a pickup truck. So they could help their friends move with their pickup truck, and their friends could help them, and it was a huge blessing not moving people constantly, wasn't it, Steve?
Yes. But unfortunately, one of our children, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to name names because I don't want to embarrass anyone.
There's only 4 of them.
I know, but at least it'll be, at least some random guessing. So one of them called me to say that the truck had stalled and in Omaha, and she turned it on again.
We only
Sorry.
We only have one daughter. I
just outed her. The bottom line, she ran out of oil, okay, and blew the engine. And the only good news was these old pickup trucks are in such demand. Even the salvage company gave me $1,000 for it. So, and I didn't pay much more than that when I bought it. So I didn't do too bad on that one. But anyway, so yeah, I have owned pickup trucks in my lifetime.
Just not the kind of pickup truck he'd like. Okay, so I have those halfway going this way, and now I'm going to start doing it this way. And I will tell you, the only thing I've done consistently is I keep the colors in the same order that I have them here. So that is the thing. I don't know if I told you or not.
So yeah, the issue now is to get the truck I would really want. I can't believe how much they cost. They're so expensive.
Wouldn't you rather have a camper van, honey?
Yes. Yes, I would. As a matter of fact, I would love to drive a camper van on a daily basis. I could pretend that I was an Amazon delivery man.
Oh, my.
That's what I would feel like. Because it's the exact same van they drive for Amazon deliveries that we would make into a camper van. So, you got that going for you. I could pull up in front of people's houses and jump out, and they'd get excited, thinking I was delivering packages.
So what is everyone else up to? Who's chatting with you? Oh, Becky's on. Hi, Becky.
Becky shared, and I thanked
you
her and
for
everybody
sharing.
else that shared. Michelle Slater said she loves the colors.
Michelle, are you new? Will you introduce yourself?
Yeah, Michelle, tell us where you're from.
We love meeting new friends. Tell them about the Prize Patrol, honey.
Yes, well, a lot of people have already been signing up for Prize Patrol. So at the end of the video, we're going to do a drawing for the card that Beth is making. And
Or it can be the happy birthday one.
yeah, so whichever version you would like. And to be entered, what you have to do is in the comments, you have to type hashtag Prize Patrol. All one word. Don't have to worry about capitalizing it. If you look at everybody else's comments, you'll see some people have done it. So just do exactly what they did. Michelle lives in Michigan.
Michelle, have you joined us before?
She
Oh, you
says
are
she's
new.
Yeah.
How did you end up here? Thank you for joining us. We're here literally every Tuesday, and everyone kind of gets to know each other after a while, so we hope you'll come back. Tonight's video is a little bit different. I don't usually take the time to glue 100 strips on a card.
Yeah, so we're extra chatty tonight. But Michelle, make sure to type in. Oh, you did. You got in Prize Patrol. Great. Just saw that. Michelle follows your blog.
Oh, well, thanks, Michelle. I really appreciate you joining.
So yes, I have owned a pickup truck in my lifetime. I have listened to country music. I grew up listening to Johnny Cash. That was my dad's favorite, and I still know all the Johnny Cash songs and love to sing them as loud as I can. Also grew up listening to Leonard Skinner, Sweet Home Alabama, and all the other songs. Love to sing those too. So
You just love to sing, don't you?
well, you know, and I've got very eclectic tastes in music. I love classical music. I love Christian music. I love it all.
And Steve's been writing Christian music.
Yeah.
Accidentally.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional. But, you know, it just got laid on my heart. And I'm like, wow, it's like a real song. I should do something with that. So.
Okay,
yeah.
Michelle, I have another question for you. Did you come to see how to make the Scrappy card? Because I posted the Scrappy card on Friday, and I said we would be making it today.
So, yeah, I got some response about Johnny Cash. There's some Johnny Cash fans. You know, you and I, Beth, saw Johnny Cash live in Carver Hawkeye Arena. We actually saw him perform.
Did we really?
We did.
How come I don't remember that?
Well.
So we've told this story before, but there is someone I remember. So
Beth actually was the fair queen at the Muscatine County Fair.
at a little tiny county fair. It was no big deal.
You know what? I'm going to go get the picture. So the bottom line was I was her boyfriend in high school, and I spent the entire week at the fair being her Secret Service because I was not going to let all those guys hit on her. And little did I know that the person I needed to worry about the most was one of the performers that she introduced on stage at the grandstand, Eddie Rabbitt, who proceeded to invite her, and just her, to tour his tour bus. And I don't think anybody else was invited, in any of his stagehands or anybody else either, so I put a stop to that. Yeah.
You were not happy.
No, we cracked
And
out on that
then
one.
Boxcar Willie, Loretta Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
Who else was there?
Boxcar Willie was so sweet
Boxcar
too.
Willie
Both
was-
of us invited us to his buffet
Yes.
with all this
even,
crew.
Even you got invited to
Yeah,
that.
he liked me. And so I liked him. He was good. He was Southern gentleman.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to make my way.
Wait, this is good. Steve won't be here to talk to you. Walk the Line. Oh, it is a great song, isn't it, Lisa?
And a movie too.
Yeah. Okay, Michelle, thank you for coming to see the card. It'd be fun if you won it tonight on Prize Patrol. But do you see how easy it is to make? You used to listen to Eddie Rabbitt in junior high or high school.
Love the
Yeah.
Rainy Nights.
Is that Eddie Rabbitt?
Yeah, I love the Rainy Nights with Eddie Rabbitt. Okay, I'm going to turn on my camera so I can see it, so I can show everybody this picture. So this is a black and white picture of the Muscatine County Fair Queen. That's Stamping Mom.
I looked a little younger when I was 18.
Yeah. Wait, you know what? I need to see the bigger version. This is the Muscatine County Fair Queen.
He has that in his office.
I do.
He's trying to pretend I'm young.
Well, no, it's a fond memory for both of us.
Yeah. It was fun. Okay, so now that you see this card, you realize it's creative. You get to do your own thing.
You know, it's one of those cards that'd be good when you've got a really interesting football game or something that's just occupying your time. You're chatting with friends, right? Just chatting. So that you can be doing something and chatting at the same time.
Okay, now I have to cut some more strips off so that I have strips to use to finish the card. Hopefully these won't move. They're not quite glued. So I don't know how I thought to make this card. I just started putting strips together and this is what came out. So that's why I don't have any measurements. Usually we put measurements and things on the screen. Steve's like, where's all the measurements? And I'm like, I just like MacGyvered it. Okay, so this one did come off.
Although, you know, I feel kind of like I'm dropping the ball. Usually part of production is I'm supposed to be putting up measurements and, you know, making sure to help her remember to say what dyes that she used.
We can talk about next week is the last chance to get in on the stamp camp. And several of you are signed up. What you do is you buy the suite and the jute ribbon from me. Even if you're a demo, you buy it from me. And then you get the card kit and the stamp camp and the tutorial. I think if you're a demo with a 25% discount, you would earn about $20 if you bought it from yourself. And the tutorial alone, lots of people buy my tutorials every month, and they are $15. So along with that, you get card kits to make 13 cards with videos and written directions, and you can use those personally or in your business. And then we have 13 more cards, plus everyone shows more than that. So it's a great fun weekend. If you are somebody coming to my stamp camp, would you put in the comments? I know Chris is on here and Bev and Orly. Who else is on here that's already signed up for this one?
So here's the thing about it. All the cards and all the videos are on a private Facebook page that you get access to, and you retain access to it. So even if you're not available to watch live, or you don't want to watch the people from Great Britain at midnight, you don't have to, because you can just watch the replay.
I don't watch the people from Great Britain at midnight, but I definitely go back and watch them because they are fun to watch.
Right, and I actually be Australia at midnight. I apologize. But the point is, it's like this treasure chest of all of these great videos, tutorials, and all the other tutorials you get on paper.
Oh, yeah, Patty's coming. Patty had to reorder. It was sent the wrong place. I'm so glad you got that taken care of, Patty. It is going to be fun. And I have a friend on my team coming from Wisconsin. We are cutting the card kits a week from Friday. So the deadline is a week from Thursday if you want to sign up.
You know, let's preemptively give a shout out and thanks to Linda Lace for doing that.
Yes.
That's wonderful that she's willing to help you.
Linda Lace is helping, and we're also doing a Creativity Now. Chris and Barb are both coming and helping this week cut some things too. So I have lots of great friends. I have done the other stamp camps, most of the cutting myself, and there's a lot. There's 13 cards, and I figured it out. Sometimes 7, 8 pieces per card, and I've sold like 15 kits, and it was like 2,000 something pieces of paper.
Yeah.
And then I started calling my friends who wanted to come visit.
At some point, I might have heard her say, "Wow, this is a lot of work."
Yeah.
At some point.
It's a lot, but you guys are going to love it. Patty, you were not an idiot. Everyone makes mistakes.
Right.
So last night, Brienne, our daughter-in-law, called and wanted to play pickleball. And I love to play pickleball, and I finally can play after my knee recovery. And so I grabbed the paddles and the balls and the water. And I'm like,
Ryan's mail that came to the house that we need to give to him.
And our son. And I'm like, I should put this in a bag. We have so many pieces. So I put it in a bag and
along with our water.
Put it on the counter in the garage and got in the car and took off. And we got there and Steve's like, where's all this stuff?
It was on the counter in the garage.
Yeah.
Very well organized in a bag.
And he's like, I'm starting to worry about you. Do you guys ever do that? Are there ever times that you're like, should I be worried about this, or is this normal?
Hey, we all make mistakes and we all forget things.
Okay.
It's just how life goes.
So this little piece here is not quite as straight. I would have left the same distance, but I'm not going to tell you. Pretend it's just lovely. And these aren't glued on yet either. Okay, Steve, you need to tell another story because I can't lift this up yet.
Okay. So, besides Fair Queen, Beth was also a cheerleader.
What is this? Let's talk about something besides Beth.
Well, you said I got to tell stories. I'm telling them my fondest young memories. We met when we were 12, so we've got lots. And Lainey Wilson told a story about that too. When she moved to Nashville, she wrote a song for her soulmate, who she knew since she was 12, that was always meant to be together with her, except he didn't know it yet. And I hope they know it now. I hope they ended up together. But we related to that because we met when we were super young. But
are you serious? She wrote a song like that?
She did.
Where was I?
I thought you caught that.
I did not catch this. Okay, here's the melee from the Scrappy card. But look how nice it looks. Can you see all the colors?
It does look really nice, and I really like that bright green in the background. It really makes the blue pop.
I told Steve tonight may be a disaster because I don't like to glue so much stuff while you're watching. Sometimes you make me nervous.
So my point on the cheerleader story is that
we're trying to avoid that one, honey.
I noticed, but we're going back to it. I played football and was on the defense, outside linebacker, and I played really, really hard. The thing about playing outside linebackers is you're closest to the sideline where the cheerleaders are, right? So I knew if I made a spectacular play, she was going to see it. And wanting to impress her really motivated me to try and make spectacular plays.
You wanted to impress me?
Yeah, just a little.
Okay, so I'm going to switch. I'm doing dimensionals, and I have some big ones on here. Where's my little ones?
You had them earlier today.
Oh, they fell on the floor.
That's usually where the things are that we can't find.
Okay. I'm going to put some little ones on here. I promise we are almost done. Thank you for sticking to it. You love the blues and the parakeet party. You know where I got that idea, Tony. I made Steve's anniversary card with these colors, and I liked it so much that I was like, I'm going to make another card with those colors. When I went to get out the strips today, I was like, I liked them before. I will like them again.
Parakeet party is popular.
It is.
I just said something iterative.
And this, I might have called this night a navy. It really isn't. It's blueberry bushel.
Nobody called you on it, though. Maybe it's just because it's hard with the dark lighting that we use for the
Okay.
camera.
So this one, are you saying they can't see my mistakes?
Well, not until I...
Kathy, the strips are 1/4 inch.
But the last cards you did, they were bigger than that.
No, those are 1/4 inch too.
Are they? Maybe they're just spaced a little bit differently.
Yeah, I spaced those a little bit different.
Yeah, that's better.
They're all 1/4 inch.
I brightened it up a little bit. Actually, it was you bringing it toward the camera that did it.
Okay.
There we go.
So now in the same set, there's stars and flowers, and there's these hearts. So I cut out some silver foil hearts, and I'm gonna pop these up on dimensionals. The Feel Better Soon is popped up on dimensionals. And I'm just, wouldn't you send hearts to somebody who needed to feel better?
Yeah. Speaking of feeling better, Chris, how is your knee doing? And the rest of my...
And Kathy.
Well, Kathy and I have been chatting already about knees, but I haven't heard from Chris. And everybody else that's in knee replacement land.
I think Chris is all better now.
So
She's tough.
it is nice to punch through to the other side of it.
So on these, what I did, it comes out as one piece, and I just cut around it. There's other hearts you can use, but I just thought since they're in the same set, I would totally get this set. Wanted to say it is $39, but
There's a lot on it.
I'm
though.
going to use it till the cows come home. You're going to see this one a lot. Till the cows come. I don't know where that came from.
You used to raise steers, Beth.
The cows were supposed to stay home, though. They weren't supposed to come home.
Well, no, I ended up out in your pasture chasing your cows on foot.
He was ill-equipped for that. Patty, this set is called Wanted to Say Dies. It's 161594. Do you want to type that in a comment, Steve?
Sure.
Wanted to Say is the name of it. And the reason it's Wanted to Say is because you can say so many things. And it's number 1615494. Sorry, 161594. And it says, "Feel better soon. Celebrate. You're too kind, and a happy birthday." So it's pretty great. That is a 9, the second to last number. Okay, so I will give away either the happy birthday or the Feel Better Soon. And see, this one I kind of went wild on. I put so many things on here. I am going to put a few rhinestones on this one too. Maybe some big ones because I don't have as many things on here. I'll put one up there.
Okay, for the folks that are on Facebook, they didn't see this, but Chris's comment was her knee is feeling great and she had to put it to the test today to keep her granddaughter from rolling into the street. She had to run to catch her. And her granddaughter was very impressed that she could actually run.
That's awesome. That's actually pretty soon to be able to run.
And Dimity just had her knee operation last Thursday, and she got home today.
Did you have a full knee replacement? Okay, I added some rhinestones. Do you guys like this? So, happy birthday is card number 1. Feel better soon is card number 2. Steve will get the prize patrol all ready to go.
If you have not entered yet, you need to type hashtag prize patrol into the comments. If you look at everybody else's comments, you can see where other people have done it.
And we did get mail today. This is from Brooke. She is one of my Joy team members down in Missouri. And such a beautiful card. I appreciate that, Brooke. Thank you so very much. We love to get mail, don't we, Steve?
Yes, Beth loves to get cards so much. She is literally jumping up and down when she's coming in from the mailbox, which is fun for me to watch. So see, that's why we both enjoy it. She likes the card. I like watching her get cards.
Are you ready?
It should come up. All right, here we go.
He's doing the drawing. Thanks for sticking with us tonight. Sorry it took a little longer. Most of our videos are between 20 and 30 minutes, but this one is a little bit longer. Lorna, you haven't won in forever. Congratulations. I'm so excited you won. Could you please email me your address and tell me if you want the birthday card or the Feel Better Soon card? And you can email me. Do you want to type that in the comments, Steve? It's Beth, BETH, @stampingmom.com. And you guys, thanks for watching tonight. Again, the Daisy Stamp Camp, you can buy the sweet and the jute ribbon. The dies are out already, unfortunately, but you can still spend that same amount and you can get the dies later, or, well, you could wait till the 1st of July, but I'm cutting the card kits. So you can still join the stamp camp, but you have to place an order by next Thursday. It's 13 card kits.
It's a great excuse to go ahead and buy something, right?
Yeah. So thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful week. Please come back next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Tell your crafty friends, and we'll see you all soon. And thanks for joining.